Many good quality projects are about to drop right now, and I've been focusing so much on new projects, making 10x there, 8x there, 30x there. It's absolutely crazy. But the best time is about to come. So in this video, I would like to share 5 upcoming projects that I think you should keep your eyes on. And I would like to go over them, how you can participate in those sales as well, if these sales are still going on. And like the video, that will be very helpful for me. So yeah, let's get right into it, man. Now, I'm writing more Twitter threads, and I would like to just go over this. So I would like to go over 5 upcoming altcoins which I think are going to do really well. Now, that's not a guarantee, that's not a promise, that's not nothing, right? I don't know, but if I research these projects, I see a lot of bullish things right there. So let's get into this. Also, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, check out the Patreon down below, and let's get started, man. Now, again, I'm not saying that you should not buy existing tokens on the open market right now. There are many good opportunities waiting for us, and I'm definitely a backholder. But they all have one thing in common. There are people waiting to dump on you. That's just what it is. If we go to the open market, right, and we will search for tokens that we think are good right now. So let's go with Avalanche, for example, right? You might think like, hey, Avalanche went all the way up to $50 and it's now 36. So it's a good buy, right? And although it might be a good buy right now, there are still people who bought it way cheaper than you, right? And they are waiting for the price to go up and then dump, right? So it's harder for you to make money with this token because there are already people holding that token before you. Again, it doesn't mean you cannot make money with that, but there is selling pressure. Now, new coins don't have selling pressure, right? Because there is nobody yet. If you can get in before anybody else does, there is zero selling pressure. And you can actually sell your tokens once the masses step in. So then you are the first one that has these tokens. Then when they come out, people buy it up. And you already have your bag, which is going up. And you can sell it for a way higher price. That's crypto, right? You want to buy low and sell high. This is the buying low. That's step 1. And step 2 is selling high. Well, we'll get to that once I think it's time to, take profits in this market. But for now, let's focus more on buying first. We have seen many good returns lately with current ROI from the IDO, like Octavia 10x, AI Tech 11x, DexCheck 8x, Codex 8x, ChainGPT 38x, GT Protocol 13x, Serenity Shield 4x. Right, these tokens are performing absolutely well. These are all projects I participated in the pre-sale, and it's starting to fly. Right, they are all starting to fly. If you look at every single one of those, it's absolutely crazy what they are doing. It's crazy, right? But there will be way more. The market will turn way more bullish than what it is right now. You might think like, yeah, but Bitcoin is already, it's not even at the previous all-time high yet, right? In every bull run, we make a new all-time high. We're not doing that yet. And once that happens, that's really where altcoins are taking off. I'm saying this a lot, but we haven't seen altcoin season yet. Not a single glimpse of it. So once we do, yeah, it's going to be really fun for these kind of lunches. Right? And you want to be there. You want to be there. Believe me. Now, let's go over 5 altcoins, which I think are very well and which are about to release soon. I think these could perform very good, especially once Bitcoin sees these new all-time highs. Number 1, Portal. We all know about Portal. The funny thing is, I think I was one of the first YouTubers ever to mention Portal. If you look for Portal coin, you see my ugly head right there. 4 months ago, I was already talking about the project, and I now see a lot of videos coming up last month or 2 months ago where people talk about Portal coin, whoa, big hype, this and that. You want to be early, man. I talked about this in November already. You could have participated in the pre-sale. You could have participated in the airdrop if you were just looking at this and did your research, right? Because now Portal is taking over everything. It is doing absolutely fantastic. Let me show you why. Portal makes Web3 gaming easier by having an all-in-one platform with a single wallet and a single token that drives that whole ecosystem, the Portal coin. If you want to play Axie, you need a Ronin wallet, right? If you want to play Star Atlas, you need a Solana wallet, Phantom or anything. If you want to play whatever, you need all different wallets. With Portal, it's all coming together to one place. You have one wallet, one token that powers it, and you can play all these games right there, right? And they partner with everybody in this space. It's unbelievable. With the most big crypto games, to bring them all to the Portal platform, making crypto gaming accessible as it should be. So the product is on point, but let's not forget that hype matters. And I think it's safe to say that they got that covered as well. The hype around Portal, once they started to tweet and come out, like there was a lot of hype, but it was very controversial, right? You had to do a certain task to get the airdrop. Everybody was whining about that. Scam. Why? It's fucking good marketing. Not everybody likes that marketing, but it works, right? So what's wrong with it? I don't see it. And now they just announced that the Portal token is going to release on Binance. And not only that, the Binance launch pool. And not only that, look at this announcement. In less than 24 hours since Portal's launch pool on Binance opened, over 8.6 billion has already been staked. This is more than any other token in the launch pool history, with still 6 days of staking left. February 29, the release is going to happen. So Portal is already the biggest Binance release on the launch pool ever. That's really insane. Now, again, if you look at the project that I have, Web3 Whales, we invested in Portal. If you go to a documentation, you can exactly see what we when invested where and why and how and this and that. And you will find Portal right here. And you can see that we invested $30,000 into the seed round. We were an angel investor. We got tokens for for 4.5 cents. There are now already rumors that it's going to be $2, as that's the price that it's being sold on the OTC market for. That's a 40x on our 30k. Might be a good reason to look into Web3 Whales though. Just saying. But this is really good. This is really impressive. I love it. So how to get in if you missed the pre-sale on the airdrop? Just go to Binance, farm your BNB or your stables, FUSD or whatever they use right now. I don't have access to Binance. It shut down in the Netherlands. I hope you have access to Binance because you probably won't get much. But if you can get a piece of the pie, hey, why not? Just take some BNB, right? Which is also good. Like such a release on Binance is good for every fucking shitcoin out there. Why do I say that? Well, if such a launch pool occurs, people want to get BNB to stake it. So that's really good for the BNB price. As we see right now as well, we see that BNB is making new cycle highs at the moment. If we let my trading view load a little bit, it's low as hell. BNB is making new cycle highs, finally, right? BNB went from 180 to 350, 370 by the way. So BNB is out of the danger zone. That's good because it was really hanging there, right? Could still go down, but hey, it has a lot of room right now at least. But a lot of tokens on the Binance Smart Chain are paired with BNB. So if BNB does well, these tokens do well automatically. So yeah, you can say whatever you want, but Binance is saving the whole shitcoin industry right here. And once this really starts to pop off, you will see that we have a shitcoin season again, like 2021, where you see the Superfuck, Floki, Spacecom, rocket ship tokens sitting at a $50 million market cap for no reason. That's what happens. And that money is going to rotate back into other coins and we all be rich. Haha! It's fantastic how that works, right? So go to Binance, farm it, gather as much tokens as possible. This one could fly straight into the top 200. Right, top 200, mark my words. Now, let me show you something pretty interesting. Top 200 would mean higher than a $300 million market cap. The last release on the Binance Launch Pool was Pixel. And Pixel is now sitting at a $400 million market cap. But again, like Portal has, it's more than just one game. Pixel is just a game, right? Let's be real. It has insane marketing. It has the biggest partnerships out there. And it's the #1 token on the Binance Launch Pool in complete history. Can it go higher than a $400 million market cap? Look, it can. But it doesn't really matter to me, because if it gets there and then a week later it goes down again, then it doesn't mean much, right? We all get invested. So it would be nice if Portal keeps on coming with, you know, good news that makes the price sustainable. But I think Portal, it can surprise us, man. Maybe even $1 billion market cap, like then it would be a top 100 project. I didn't want to tweet that because that's really hard to achieve, but not impossible. Top 80 coins somewhere right there. Could be, yeah, it's good, man. We'll see. But Portal is also a project that's, I don't think it's a pump and dump kind of like, you know, these individual games usually are, at least were in the last bull run. Because back then games weren't just that sustainable. That's just what it is. Now times are kind of different. Number 2, Trailblaze. As we are speaking about new launches, you want to be where the launches are, right? Like again, we just saw the numbers, right? If you missed it, then you should ask yourself, am I looking at the right place? Well, apparently you're not. You want to be where the launch pads are. And that's by having exposure to launch pads. Not gonna lie, most launch pads are expensive to get in though. Trailblaze is a new launch pad which gives us an early opportunity. Launch pads are hot. You can say whatever you want. But launchpads are the way to make money with crypto. If you look also in the last run-up that we had, launchpads were outperforming the market. The market went up with 3x. Seedify did a 9x. Engine Starter did around a 10x in total. Pulse Finance doing fantastic. ChainGPT is mooning. They're all mooning. Decubate 60, 70x or something. Crazy. Spartadex, high and staying there. Beautiful. Launchpads are just like people want to get into new stuff, especially when the market turns around and now we see stuff coming out on Binance, right? But to get the highest tier in Seedify will cost you $350,000. Right? You'd be like, oh, that's not realistic. It's only for whales. You have to keep it tiers as well. Like I said, launchpads should be a privilege, right? Because in the last bull market, Seedify gave you up to 700 X's. Yeah, come on, you're not going to get that if you barely invest anything, right? You have to invest something if you want to get so much in return. Therefore, launchpads are super interesting. So I tweeted this yesterday as well. You can now mint a Pioneer NFT to get their launchpad benefits. Crypto is more interesting right now with these new projects like Mighty Labs DAO, right? Because Mighty Labs DAO is building Trailblaze, which is a launchpad, and we can catch it early. They currently have their Pioneers mint going on right here. Putting it simple, you will need the NFTs for higher allocations on the launchpad and more benefits as well. So let's take a real quick look right here and then go back if I didn't lose my thread right there. So I will go over this in more videos because I think that this on the low is really good. They are also going to release on launchpads, which you probably know. These are the NFTs. They are now mintable. If you go to the website mightylabs.io, I'm going to leave a link below. You can mint the NFT. It's pretty cheap, right? So what's the utility? Well, about the Trailblaze launchpad. Blaze staking multiplier. So if you stake your tokens, you can stake also a maximum of 3 Pioneer NFTs for multipliers on your leaderboard points. Exclusive access. Gain access to exclusive offers on the launchpad and bonus allocations. Increased leaderboard points equates I'm Dutch. Fuck. To an allocation bonus based on how many Pioneer NFTs are being staked, right? And then there's more, but this is for the Launchpad side of it. So that's really interesting if you ask me. Because often you see Launchpads like, hey, you can boost your allocation by having this NFT, and then you look at that NFT and it's thousands of dollars. Yeah, that's not the case. We are catching it early, and that is really interesting. So do check it out. I have high hopes for this project. And of course, the Blaze token itself will play a crucial role in this as well. And this is about to release very soon. They just announced that Engine Starter is their first Launchpad partner. And according to CryptoRank, the site that I always use, Sports Network will join them as well. And I heard about other Launchpads, but I'm gonna wait for the confirmation before talking about that. I think that, if you want to get it cheap, that's good, man. This is a real good opportunity. Like CPAD, a Launchpad on Sui, also doing very well. I was in the IDO. And that's the best way to get exposure. Eclipse Fi, also like Launchpads also release on Launchpads. It's just what it is. It's very cool. Do check it out. Number 3, Exverse. I made a huge investment in Exverse with Web3 Whales as well. We invested $70,000 because of many reasons. And a great post and a must read if you're interested in Exverse is by Gregor Frick. Now, he's partnered with Moonrock Capital. Moonrock Capital is also working with them, and they are an investor in them as well. Do check this out. They have a whole story about how it works and why it is actually so bullish. It's interesting to see, but to not waste much time right now. As they call it themselves, Exverse is a new AI-powered free-to-play universe that provides players with an unmatched and immersive gaming experience. With its intricate... I'm being Dutch again. Whatever. World building, IOR, and novel gameplay systems, all built on Unreal Engine 5. Now, I personally don't only love that they have fantastic graphics and beautiful gameplay, but I'm also, I don't know, I like how they make it really easy for Web 2 players to come into Web 3. If you are a Web 2 player, right, and you don't know about crypto, what you want is them to play a crypto game without actually knowing that it is crypto, right? But then they can also use the rewards to spend money. But if you're not in crypto, yeah, then you first have to look like, okay, I need a wallet, I need to cash out. Then that's hard, man. Well, you can just earn tokens, and they partnered with actual web shops where you can just use these tokens to get stuff from Nike or whatever. That's what you want. They make it easy, they make it accessible. That's what we need. Plus, they are backed by Kucoin Labs as well. I think that Exverse, I don't know, man. I love Exverse. Really interested to see how they will do. Plus, their Launchpad partners, it's a fantastic lineup. GameFi, Seedify, Spores, Dicubate, ChainGPT, DexCheck, CPAD, SpartaDex, and even more. Many opportunities to get in early. So, check out these Launchpads and when the Exverse sale is going on. And it's very easy for every one of these projects. You can just go to CryptoRank, and here you can fill in Exverse, for example, IDO, ICO. You can see, it's going to be on ChainGPT. The date is to be announced still. Okay, so that's not 100% confirmed yet. So we still have time. You get 20% of TGE, 6 months vesting. Cool. You can check it like that, right? You can still get it, right? That's what's so important right here. Now, number 4, Legends of Elysium. I love this one as well. Trading card games are easy to play, addictive, and perfect to combine with crypto. Now, some people, they feel like, it all has to be a first-person shooter, AAA, Halo quality type of game. That's nonsense. I'd rather open my phone, pull up a game and just play it, and then putting it away again. Easy, accessible, not too big. But that's me, right? But I know that that's what's addictive. Also, trading card games, people are like, yeah, people still playing that? Yeah. If you look, for example, this is the biggest trading card game at the moment, Gods Unchained. Currently a market cap of $75 million. If you look at the all-time high, it had a market cap of, what was it? Over $250 million. 250 million. So that's just one existing example. And that was back in the last bull market, where gaming was like not that good. Now it's getting way better. Now it's getting way better. So this is possible, right? And if we look at Legends of Elysium, here we go. Check. They are going to release with an initial market cap of $300,000. So 3 million is 10x, 30 million is 100x, 300 million, which is actually doable, is 1000x, right? I'm not saying this will do 1000x, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying like there's no limit really to it. And it is actually possible. So interesting, right? Spartadex, Dicubate, GameFi, Pools, they already show their interest in releasing them already. And it's not for no reason. With a total raise of $2.4 million and like I said, a 300k initial market cap, they'll have a lot of room to grow, work on the product, do marketing, add good amounts of liquidity, list on exchanges, I don't know, right? But if you raise $2.4 million, they can do stuff with that, which is good. So with a fantastic looking trailer, I'm very hyped about this one. And the best thing is that they already have a playable game. So no empty promises right here. So you can play the game right here. If you go to my tweet, just follow me for Motion1 on Twitter. Do check it out because I try to be more active right there. But they actually, with sound, it's even way better. The time is gone. Whoa, here's a car. Part on adventure. Well, whatever. This is of course a cinematic trailer with way too cool voiceovers, like looking way better than it is. No, but this is really looking good, man. I love what they are building, and like these kind of projects are definitely worth to follow and keep your eyes on it. It looks fantastic. They have good partners. They are like all releasing in a good, time of the market. They know what they are doing. This is actually how it looks like, the game board. So that's really looking quite interesting if you ask me. And I think that they have a lot of room to grow. You can find the token utility right here as well. So that's of course most important, right? If the token has if the game sucks, then we don't need a token, right? Well, they have a lot of utility. And with crypto gaming, it all depends. Is the game successful? If nobody plays the game, then why would people want to buy the token? Yeah, to step up their gaming, whatever. But it doesn't matter if the game sucks. So therefore, I like it that they already have a game out. These kind of projects should not, first drop and then do the game. At least not much later. Right? Because then what are we holding the token for? For a promise, like, oh, maybe it's going to be a good game, maybe not, right? Like, that's not like why you want it. But then, the last one we all know, Aether Games, right? Now, talking about hype, man, everybody is talking about Aether Games, and what I like, everybody was already talking about it, and then they made a huge announcement, right? So when everything is already there, then they come with a piece of news like, whoa. This is actually a huge announcement. Aether Games is excited to announce that we have secured the exclusive rights to develop the official online trading card game for the Wheel of Time series. If you know Wheel of Time, that's huge, right? Now they are actually the official gaming developer for them right now, for the game. That's pretty badass, man. That's pretty badass. yeah, it's huge. I don't know what I can say about this. Um, but I love it, man. Now, also with Web3 Whales, we invested in Aether Games, total of $11,000, all private sales, but except AI Tech Bet, that was public sale, I think. It was private, I don't know. But we did a pretty decent investment right there. But you know, there might be chances to get into this. So with all these, these bigger names on Twitter, also they be like, "Wow, you do a great job," and they do. I love betting on studios like Aether. Right? It's a studio. It's like they are building a trading card game, but it is a transmedia development studio that creates immersive gaming and entertainment experiences for both Web 2 and Web 3. So they have the Aether trading card game, they have Aether Sega. I won't be surprised if this project comes up with a layer 1 later or anything, that they are going to be that Falcon Forge kind of project. That will be sick. Some Gala kind of project. They have everything going right now. They need to keep on pushing. The hype and the momentum is definitely there. I definitely love it. Oh yeah, and like, plus the CEO is a real gamer himself, so they know exactly what they build. That's really important, right? If you look at their website right here and you go to the actual team, that's super interesting. The CEO, Jens Peters, he's from Belgium, by the way. These are my neighbors, so I don't know. That's like the most useless thing that I mention in this video, by the way. You don't care. But at only 15 years old, Jens was the highest rated player of the World of Warcraft, in World of Warcraft. As a multi-rank 1 player in World of Warcraft led him to being close friends with other professional gamers and thus becoming an esport manager. And what I love about that is actually like, he now creates games. He is the best player and now he creates games. So he knows exactly how it works. Right, you have a lot of teams, they like gaming and they just make it. But, these guys really have the experience. Really have the experience. And the rest of the team is top solid as well, man. Top solid. He's been working for God of War. Read it. It's fucking crazy. Crazy team. And there's more and more and more. Go over it. I absolutely love what they are building right here. So they are now announcing their lineup when it comes to their Launchpad partners. I got in with Web3 Whales through Nexus, for example. But there are public sales coming on Polkastarter, on Bullperks, and who knows what else they have in store for us. Maybe, C5 is going to, announce something. I think, by the way, that ChainGPT just announced it as well. Take a real quick look right here. Fuck off. Yeah, here it is on ChainGPT. It looks like they are now rolling out all their launchpads. So, also a way to get into it. Now, if you're totally unfamiliar with this all, dive into these launchpads. Hey, what do I need for this launchpad to be liable for these launches? And if you feel like it's all too hard, just come join us at Web3 Whales. And we do the investments, right? And you can just claim your share of the profits that we make. So with a top-notch team, right amount of hype, the right narrative, great timing, and a $12 million raise already, I can only see this one being huge. So IDO season is back. It is completely back. I've been talking about this forever. People were like, yeah, whatever, the market was going down. Now the market is going up a little bit again, and IDOs are all around you, right? It's raining IDOs. And not just quantity, also quality. So it's back, man. And we're going to make a lot of money off of this. Really. So, one thing though, be careful with buying these tokens on the open market when they just release. Because there are many early investors like I ready to take their profits, of course, right? But if you are one of those early investors, you can make a great amount of money with these altcoins. So, really be careful. Again, if you, for example, look at Octavia, right? Octavia, good project, great long-term hold, and I think that this will do absolutely well. The thing is, I, for example, and a lot of other early investors bought it at 10 cents. It's now sitting at 85 cents. although this is a good long-term hold, just made an 8, 9x. Of course, people gonna take profits, right? So don't be the one that, you know, buys the top. Don't like, after it just comes out, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. And mostly there's a good dump coming. Sometimes it works out, right? But be careful. With this one, it worked out. If you bought it right at the lunch, you could have made it 2x. But like, yeah, there's still people dumping on you. So be a little careful with that, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I'll be the one that dumps as well. Not everything. I love these projects, but I at least want to get my initial investment back, right? Otherwise, I might lose money instead of make money. That's not what I'm in crypto for. So yeah, again, be careful. But these are already 5 projects that I think are going to do extremely well. Another one, by the way, that is already out there is Codex, and I do want to give this an honorable mention because Codex is killing it, right? They also released, went up like crazy, and now of course it is coming down nicely, but Codex is actually a really good project. If you look at Codex, and again, I'm not saying, you know, buy this. I'm also an early investor, so I'm not saying this to pump my bags. I mean, I have like, what, like 2,000 views. It doesn't matter anyway. So don't worry about that, guys. But do check it out because Codex makes it really easier for builders, right? You can build your own DApp. You can create your own token. They will come up with a launchpad generator. Now, Codex will start off shitcoin season with this kind of stuff because there are already like these token generators like Pink Cell. You can do it and whatever the names are, right? But this is an all-in-one platform where you can build DApps, right? If everybody will be able to build a launchpad, hey, good for Codex, right? Because what do you think the Codex token is for? Pay. But yeah, then you will see launchpads everywhere, right? So it's gonna be a messy place in crypto, but Codex is definitely one that I don't know, man. This is what we need: DAX generator, game DApp builder. They're coming with a lot of good stuff, and they just had a beautiful update as well, which is this one, Manta Network. They just partnered with Manta Network. That's freaking huge, right? To also build right there. We're thrilled to reveal that Codex is now integrated with Manta Network. This partnership enables users to deploy seamlessly on Manta without coding required, right? So they are gonna make it all a way easier, and that's what we need. Things to be easier. Crypto is like, if you almost have to be a rocket scientist to understand crypto in a couple of years, right? Like, that's nice for the people that are already here and that get it, but if you want to get mainstream adoption, you can't come like with all these wallets and things and this and that too. Like, it's way too complicated. I love and support the projects like Codex that make things easier. I talked about Codex before it came out. I hope you got into it though, because it did absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I think, like, I don't know, always one tip, if you are interested in buying a new token, go to CryptoRank, okay? And just fill in that token right there. That's just one big advice that I can give you. And look at token sale, because here you, for example, can see, hey, the people that invested through Pools Finance, for example, oh yeah, they got 15% when it came out and they get the rest vested over half a year, right? So people are gonna dump for half a year. Does it mean it's a bad buy for the coming half a year? Yeah, I mean, if they create more buying than this selling pressure, then it's not. But it is something for you to keep in mind before you YOLO into something, okay? Be careful with that because you can lose money that way. But then again, these new projects are also, you know, overall the better ones that do what needs to be done right now. So I want to leave it here. Give me a follow on Twitter if you like. Will be really helpful. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, turn the bell notification on. I say it all the time, but do you have that notification on actually? Because then you don't miss it. Because in the bull market, things are going to move faster and they're going to make more time sensitive videos as well. You don't want to watch 2 days later, then there is no value anymore. Okay, so take care, guys. Thanks for watching again.